Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make a baddie / advanced intro using your phone. This is how the full intro looks put together, and if you don't want to do it yourself, that is my graphics page, so you can always hit me up and I will gladly make your intro for you. I'm opening up photo grid. I'm going to grid, and then I'm going to choose the video 3 times, and then you want to make sure that the video is in the format of 16:9, and then you just want to save that. Now I just googled transparent camera recording screen PNG, and that's the one I'm going to use. I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to open up the eraser app and erase the white background. Now I'm in PixArt, and I'm going to make the background transparent, and then I'm going to edit that and crop that to 16:9 again, and then I'm going to go to add a photo, and then I'm going to add the photo of the recording screen that we just erased, and then I'm going to go to border, and then I'm going to make the border pink, and then adjust the size. And you can adjust the size to your likings. I don't like it to be that thick. I just like to show that there is like a color on the recording thing. Now I'm in Bazzart, and I'm just going to take the 2 pictures that I want on the side and press magic to get rid of the background, and then I'm going to press outline and a color, and then change the size of the outline. Now I'm opening PHONTO, and I'm just going to go to plain images, my templates, and then I'm clicking the transparent background, and then I like to make it to where it looks kind of like the YouTube video size, and then I go pick my font and type in her YouTube name in like a bold font, and then I'm going to go over that font in cursive. And I'm also going to adjust the colors to whatever color. Well, I did pink, but you can do whatever colors you want to do. And I'm putting a shadow behind it and a border around it, around the words, as you can see. Now I'm opening CapCut, and then I'm going to go to new project, go get the video that I had just saved, and then I'm going to add an effect, and the effect I'm going to add is a blur, and then I'm just making the video. I'm going to copy the video so I can make it longer. Now I'm adding the recording screen, and I'm just adjusting the size on that. I'm going to add overlay again, and then I'm going to add the text, and then I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did with the recording thing, just adjust it to the way I like it, and then I'm going to add the photos. Now I'm just going to make each part long, so like drag it out so that it's the full amount of time. Now I'm adding animations. So them are just the animations that I chose. I think I did zoom in and zoom out for this particular part, and I set it to 1.2 seconds, I believe. You can just set it however long you feel like looks the best. Honestly, that's all I do. I change the time up each time I do a different intro, depending on what I'm doing and where I'm placing things. I'm playing it to make sure I like it, and then I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to Google and I'm looking up iPhone PNG transparent, and the first one is the one that I usually use, and then I just save that. And then I'm going back into PHONTO and typing text again. This time I'm changing up the colors. Still in PHONTO, and now I'm doing her Instagram name, and I'm just going to do that in like the bold and then the cursive again. Now I'm going to her Instagram and I'm going to screenshot the picture. But when I take the screenshot, when I crop it, I'm going to crop her name at the top and then under it up until the light in the reaction part. Now I'm looking at my background, and I just did like a pink silk type background. You can just look up aesthetic backgrounds or whatever type of background you want to go for, and then I'm just going to look for the background that I like the most and save it. Next I'm going to open up Canva, and the size I'm going to do is 2560 by 1440, and then I'm going to upload my background picture and make that as the background, and then I'm going to adjust it. Now I'm back in CapCut, and then I'm going to go back to the background that I just edited and put that down. And then I'm going to delete that black space and drag that out so that it can be longer. And then I'm going to go to overlay and then add overlay, and that's when I'm going to add the phone in the middle, and then I'm going to add overlay again, and then I'm going to add the screen recording of her Instagram page. And I'll just adjust it to how I want it. I really am particular about like not seeing the background at all when I edit it, and I don't like when the edges of the Instagram stick out, so I try to make it as like perfect as possible. But if you can't get it directly in there good, that's fine. Like if it's a little sticking out, I don't think it would be that big of a deal or people would notice, but I prefer to make sure it's like all the way in there. And then I'm just going to get the screenshot from the Instagram, and I'm going to just place that kind of like over the phone to the side. And then I'm also going to do that with another picture. Now I'm adding the follow me text, and I'm just putting that over that picture. And then I'm going to add her Instagram as well, and I'm going to adjust that until I feel like it just looks right. Now I'm just adjusting the length of each clip just to make sure it's just extended. So yeah. Now I'm adding animations for the items that you place inside of something. So like the phone and the screen recording, well yeah, the screen recording or Instagram, you just want to make sure that the animations are the same and that it's the same time, so that it looks like well put together and kind of blends together. And then you want to just do whatever animations you feel best. I always play with them and play with the times just to see what looks best. And after I feel like it looks good, then I don't mess with it anymore and I save it. I always play it after I do the animations just to make sure everything looks good and put together. Now I'm googling the Twitter logo, PNG transparent, and yeah, and then I'll just save that. Make sure it's a transparent background, or you can go to the eraser app and erase it, but honestly it's much easier just to get it from Google. And then I'm going to look up a Polaroid PNG transparent so that I can get the Polaroid type look for the part on the next part on the intro. I'm opening back CapCut. I'm going to go back to photo and then go do the same background, and then again just deleting the black space and dragging the clip so that it's longer. and then I'm going to add overlay, and then I'm going to add the screen recording of her Twitter page, and then I'm just going to adjust that until I feel like it looks right. Now I'm just adding the Polaroid picture and adjusting that, and then I'm also going to add the phone, and I'm going to adjust those two so that I can make sure they look right before I put the pictures in. And you can see I'm like changing the size of the Polaroid picture and of the phone just so I can make sure that they look together before I add the pictures in. Then I'm going to add overlay and then add the pictures in. I'm going to crop the picture so that it'll fit in the phone perfectly. Then you need to press layer and then put it on 1 so that the picture looks like it's actually inside the phone. And here I am just messing around with it again because I could see some of the background, so I covered it up fully. Now I'm adding the other picture to go into the Polaroid screen, and if the picture wasn't already in the square shape, you would just crop it to a square size so that it'll fit good in there. Now I'm just going to add animations again, just play around with the different animations and the times until it looks right to you. So now I'm going to open back up PHONTO. I'm going to remove the bold letters and put follow me in the cursive letters. And then I'm going to save that. Then I'm going to come back and switch them out. And in the bold letters, I'm doing her Twitter name. And then I'm going to take the shadow off and change the color to black. And then I'm going to change, it says alpha, which just changes the opacity, and then I'm going to put that down so it can be kind of transparent, but you can still tell that it's like a dark color. Now I'm back in CapCut, and I'm just going to get the video and add the Twitter icon and the name, her Twitter name, and add the follow me on top of the Twitter name, and then add animations to those. Now for the last slide, again I'm going to do the screenshot and then crop it to where her Instagram name shows and the like shows, and I'm going to do that for 3 different pictures. Then I'm opening back up CapCut, and then I'm going to put all of those pictures onto the silk background, and I'm going to line them up side by side. I'm going to make the 2 on the side smaller, and then I'm going to add animations. Again, you can add whatever animations you would like. I just added a simple slide right animation and made them kind of come in one by one. now you want to open up YouTube and then go to subscribe green screen and find the one that you like the best. I already had one that I used that saved to my phone, so that's the one that I did, and I just put that, selected chroma key, and then I changed it. I changed the intensity so that the green screen was no longer showing, and then I just adjusted the time and played the video to make sure that I liked how everything was looking. Now I'm opening KINEMASTER, and I'm just going to add all of the sections that I edited, and I'm going to cut those down, cut the time down on those, and then I'm going to play it to make sure I like how the time is going without any type of transitions. Then I'm going to go in and add my transitions. Again, I like to play with those, and you can also play with the time, like how long you want your transitions to be. That's what I do. As you can see, I'll go back and forth between different transitions to see which one I feel looks best, and I also change the time on them just to make sure that I like the look of it. And this is the final product. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you want more videos like this.